Hey there, I'm Dave Cole. Across the screen from me is Christian Cole, and we are Gen X Unhinged. Hey, Christian, what do you know?
Man, I don't know anything. I know that, I know that I'm not real.
Oh,
Just to
you're
be
AI. That's right.
yeah, I'm AI. Just be very clear that I'm AI. I can't prove that I'm not AI. Evidently, every I
So
can't. Yeah,
Facebook is saying you have to sign something to prove that you're AI right now. That's what they want from you, something like that.
Yes, basically, no, but they want me to sign something that says that I'm human and that I'm not created by this Kevin whoever guy that stole everything from the MAGA site. Basically, what he did is he forced me to put some codes in, and the codes told the Meta that I was AI generated by Kevin himself.
Wow.
And so therefore, basically, Kevin has stolen my digital likeness. He has basically said that everything that I do, I am AI generated. I am a bot that he has created, and that any hits that I get or any movement that I get or any monetization I get all goes to him because I am not who I say I am. I am not real. And the problem is you're arguing with a computer about if you're real or not, and the computer's telling me you're not. The computer's saying I'm not real, and I'm like, well, you're a computer, bud.
I mean, how would you know?
I am real. How would you know I am real? Here's my ID. I mean, yeah. So
yeah,
it's a mess. And this is the thing. I don't blame Meta. It's not their fault. They just, they got too big, and they gave too much control and to the computers, and it's not the company's fault. I mean, they're doing what they can. And I understand that, but maybe before you start doing things like that, you start thinking about people. I mean, actual people, real world people that are out here, and we're just doing this, because we believe in our country and we believe in everything, and we're real world, and it sucks. It really does suck. And like I said, I don't blame Meta, and I don't blame Facebook. I mean, it's just that they got 15. You know what it is they got 37 different AIs working, and they all work against each other. So when one does one thing, the other one reacts to that thing. Well, by the time you get to the 30th computer, they're reacting still, back to the first computer, and it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle, and you can't get out of it. And that's what I'm fighting. I've sent a very pointed letter to Facebook, to Meta out of Sacramento and out of San Jose, because they're right around the corner. And, I just basically pled my case, and I'm like, look, I don't want to do this, but you're forcing my hand here, because the only way I seem to be to get any type of customer service, actual customer service, all I want is customer service. Is to do what I did, and I hate that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not a sue hungry type of person where I mean, I want what's coming to me, but I'm not going to go ambulance chasing either. I mean, it just sucks, Dave. It really just sucks, and especially right now during the midterms, and such good things are happening and big things are happening, and I can't do anything. I can't see anything. I follow a lot of Gen X people, and I can't see any of their videos. I can't see any of their posts, and I don't think it's because I don't know if they're there. That's the thing. I don't know if they're in the same boat that I'm in, or I'm being blocked from seeing their stuff, or I don't know. That's the problem. I really don't know. So if you're one of these Gen X podcasters or people who are doing this, that are seeing this, that will see this live, do me a favor, drop me a line, send me a message. Let me know if you're experiencing the same thing that I am, so that I have an idea of what's really going on.
Sounds good. Well, we're going to get this all figured out at some point. It may take till after the primaries. It may just be because of the primaries. Who knows?
Right.
And so,
well, I come off restrictions, supposedly, evidently on August 4th, I will no longer be AI. On August 4th, I guess I'm being reborn. I guess I'm having a new birthday. So yeah, my new human birthday for Facebook will be August 4th. But they can't tell me when, where, why, and how. And yeah, it's crazy. It is absolutely insane. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Hey, so Oregon had its primary just for the governor. Well, first of all, the gas tax that we've been talking about for 6 months now, it got soundly defeated. Soundly defeated.
Well, of course it did.
86 to 14% type of thing.
Right.
And so that's good news. So that means that there are people on both sides of the aisle that are saying, yeah, enough with the taxes. We've got to figure some other stuff out. And Christine Drazen is the top Republican. She will be running against Tina Kotek in November. There's still a lot of rumblings that the Democrats may run somebody besides Tina Kotek. I don't know how they're going to do that because she is just not loved.
Well, they'll just elevate her. Yeah. Whoever they're going to run, they just elevate like they did Kamala.
Kamala.
I mean, they don't care about votes.
They don't care about it. Has been set, so you know. Who knows
they don't give a crap. They just do what they want to do when they want to do it, and you know, zero shit's given. They just, you know, I mean, look, I mean, Kamala Harris illegally ran for president. As far as I'm concerned, she didn't win, but in reality, under the Constitution, she illegally ran. Nobody promoted her to that job.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, it's weird. It's like, you know, it's like me working in the mailroom and, you know, all of a sudden I'm like the CEO, you know, I mean,
yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Did you see that? You read that article about that Sharon guy?
Yeah, I did. That's in San Diego. You mean Escondido?
Yeah. In Escondido. Yeah. It's
really sad.
It's a really sad story. It really, I mean, this guy's got, I mean, his house is beautiful. He just flags and he loves our president. He loves our country. His wife's an immigrant, broken English to the point, immigrant, you know, and not, I mean, but that to me is, you know, that just shows America. We like our immigrants. We love our immigrants. We're all immigrants. We get that. We understand that. Just come here legally, you know, and as far as you know, number one and number two, you know what? And if you do come here legally, stay clean. You know what I mean? If you're driving without a license, don't drive around without license plates. You know what I mean? If you don't have a license, make sure your car's registered. Yeah. I mean, do the right things. You know what I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't want hardworking immigrants that you maybe can't afford it, or, you know, maybe they are running from persecution, or they don't want someone to know where they're at, or whatever, you know. I just get legal, and if for some reason you can't, and you work hard and you take care of your family, and your families have legal, and you know what I mean, and you're paying taxes on one of somebody that you know's neighbor's cousin's brother's social security number, which that happens a lot here in the state of California. You know, and if you're doing that, just vote red. I mean, that's, you know, I can say that.
So back to the story in Escondido. So this is a 74-year-old man. Yes. He has this house that is, they call it the Trump house because he has put lots of flags out, and it appears that he was taken outside of his home. Somebody attacked him outside of his home and beat him, and the physicians are saying he's probably not going to live. Yes. And they think it's a politically motivated because of his house.
Right. Well, see, this is the thing. I'm getting conflicting reports on that. I've read a lot of articles, and I've seen a lot of pictures, and the wife is telling one story and the media is telling a different story.
Well, there's a
Who
shocker.
knew?
Yeah.
Evidently this guy's house is completely surrounded by flags. I put pictures up of it. One of his flags was beat up, torn, and it was kind of, it was weathered, and he was going out, this is by his wife. This is what his wife said, that he went outside to change said flag, and this guy came by and just beat him dead, basically beat him to death, left him for dead. I've seen, and it looks to be that, unfortunately, keep him in your prayers, keep their family in his prayers. Unfortunately, it looks like he's not going to make it. And I've seen pictures of this guy's, his van, inside his van, and it's just full of open border stuff, abortion. I mean, basically every Democratic line that you could find, or basically one copy of every poster that, I mean, these are not, and this is what, even makes it more strange, Dave, is that, we look back into the 60s and the 70s when they were protesting the Vietnam War, and there was a lot of signs and they had a lot of things, but they were all handmade. These are not handmade signs. Okay.
Right.
These are corporate made signs with wooden. I mean, these are real signs. I mean, and
Right.
not that everybody else's signs weren't real. Everybody else's sign was a piece of wood that they found with a white piece of board, and they wrote it. Okay. And I support that. I don't care whatever message is on there. You write what you want. But, when you have these signs that they're all the exact same size piece of wood, and they're all the exact same size piece of paper, and they're all printed professionally, and they're in color, and these are stapled, not nailed. They are stapled in fashion, like, you know what I mean? Like a computer, like it was a manufacturing line. That's not protesting to me. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. If you believe in what you do, take the time to make your own damn sign. Okay. If you really believe it, because anyone could just pick up a sign and hang it. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, anybody could just make up a sign and pass them out, and anybody could carry it. I don't know. I don't.
I think the issue, it's not so much that you don't think they should be allowed to have the signs, but what it is that it shows that corporations or these NGOs have gotten involved in these protests to a level that it's not just a protest anymore. It's almost like almost like a class action suit type of thing. It's not obviously, but it's like that.
You're absolutely right. And what it comes down to, Dave, is that they have, in my opinion, the people that are at these protests have sold their First Amendment right to a corporation or to somebody else.
Yep.
And you've got all these military people, veterans, and people in the armed forces that gave them these rights. So they're selling rights that they don't even actually own. You know what I mean? It's like Lodi utility companies sell them, the utilities they get from the solar that they don't give any money for. It's just for utility. So, I mean, you got these people that didn't earn this. They were just born here or whatever. And these corporations, NGOs are coming along and buying their free. And that's not what, in my opinion, that's not what protesting's about.
Right.
That's not what the First Amendment's about.
They're buying their vote. They're just buying their vote.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And buying the power to infringe on other people's right in the United States. So they're paying people to infringe my right, my pursuit of happiness, my pursuit of my First Amendment rights. Hey, my First Amendment right to walk down the street during a protest and not get beat to death because I have a cross on my head. You know, I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wearing a Jewish star. If I was Jewish, I'd be scared to death to do that right now, to be honest with you, especially in New York. But that's not right. They're Americans too. And you know what? The Muslims, if they want to wear a hijab, that's fine. That's their belief. That's what they want. Yeah. Good for them. And they should be able to, and they do. That's the thing. They never do, but they would be more than welcome. If I can almost 100% guarantee that if my wife or your wife put on a hijab and went to a MAGA rally, that she would not be touched. She might be looked at funny. You know what I mean? Like they might wander for explosives, but I'm just saying, but she wouldn't be harmed, touched, or mocked, in my opinion. And I could be completely off base on that, but so it's sad. It is really sad. It's a sad state in our country. It's unfortunate that these NGOs and big corporations have done this and taken advantage of weaker people. I mean, and I say that, I say that a lot, and I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just that, it's hard for me because it's like, like Democratic friends, you have Democratic friends. I don't personally, they don't like me very much, but that's okay. I'm used to that. But you have Democratic friends, and the friends that I've known and I've met, that they're very intelligent people. They're very well established people. I mean, these people are next level people. I mean, they're, you know what I mean? They're not
Right.
down here. They're, you know, and highly educated, highly motivated, great people. I mean, they really are great people. And, you know, it'd be like if one of those people, if you roll around with a predator and you got a predator in your car, you're going to be assumed as a predator. You know what I mean?
Right.
So by these poor people that have to align themselves with the democratic values of old, the original democratic values, which I am on the fence on, right? I'm learning a lot about maybe how I might have been steered one way when a lot of the democratic, the reasons for your friends being democratic, those are the reasons that I am double checking my own personal self now and looking into these policies and saying, whoa, I was wrong. There is a lot of really good policies that go along with the Democratic Party, but they've lost them all.
Yeah.
They've lost their way completely. You know, I mean, and this is, you know, I'm giving it for free. I'm not even charging them $10 million, and I might even give them a comma.
Well, you know, along those lines, you know, we're talking about the Democrats and the Democratic Party. I mean, their party is, it's not completely, their party is in debt $17 million.
17.5. Yes, you are correct.
$17.5 million. Yet meanwhile, many of the people that are running, that are calling themselves Democrats or are in office, they have fraud, and they're getting just totally crazy rich because of fraud, because of doing all this stuff.
I mean, not just kind of rich, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can understand if you fraudulate, you know, 2 or 3 million. Not that it's justified, and not that it's okay.
It's almost okay.
You're right.
Just
like,
a little amount.
It's so small. It's just $3 million. And it is literally almost okay.
Where have we gone?
They're going 30, 40 million.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going private jet status. You know what I mean? I mean, it is unbelievable to me. It really is.
And so it's like, well, why don't they give money to their Democratic Party? Because they're $17 million in debt.
Because they can't, because then they'd have to prove where that money came from.
I know. It's just a catch-22.
So
in California, you
can't use it as a write-off if you if you stole the money. You know what I mean? Hey, I stole this money, but I donated it, so I need the write-off.
We're good.
Yeah, peace. Right.
So you got this guy Becerra. What's his? Do you even know his first name?
Anyway, Fraud
Becerra. He's running for governor right now. He is one of the top 2 in the polls. Him and Steve Hilton. Steve Hilton's a Republican. Becerra's a Democrat. Just pointing that out. Doesn't mean that's not part of the story, but he's having problems again of accusations that he's used political campaign donations for himself. And 2 of his main staffers have been arrested for it.
Correct.
This is the guy that the Democrats are going to put up to run against Steve Hilton.
Right. Well, their other guy, Swalwell, he's running around he just spent another $300,000 of his campaign money in legal defense fund against his accusers.
It's just mind blowing.
I'm telling you,
it's surreal.
If I donated to a politician and that said politician did what Swalwell did and then used my money to defend himself, I would be pissed. I will be suing. I will be screaming. I will be yelling from the top of the rafters. Like, are you kidding me? That's just wrong on its face. That is absolutely wrong on its face. Hands down. He should go to prison. They should take all of his money away. You know what? Take all Swalwell's money, take Pelosi's money, and revive the party. AOC's money, Ishtar's money, take it all and just put it to the Democratic Party.
They'd be a force to be reckoned with all of a sudden, because they'd have $200 million, $300 million, you know?
And then come back to the middle left, autopsy, come back this way. Your old school policies were good. They were a little extreme. I'm not going to lie to you, but you had good. There are good with the bad in there. They have no good at all anymore. The Democrats have no good. They're stupid. It's not common sense. And I'm talking about the party, not the voter. Okay. I'm talking about the actual engine of the Democratic Party has completely lost their way. They have nothing good. They have nothing new. They $10 million on a report, and that report basically said, you hung your entire hat on F Trump. That's it. You have no good ideas. You have nothing. You really have nothing. They're not bringing anything to the table. And what they do bring to the table, rapes women. What they do bring to the table, steals money. What they do bring to the table, blames a major corporation, but like Gavin Newsom blaming Chevron.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, yeah. Hey, they're price gouging. Okay, well, so if Chevron's price gouging, you retard, let me ask you this. Why is everybody else the same price?
Yeah.
Right? If Chevron is price gouging, why is AM/PM right across the street, literally within a nickel, if not that? You know what I mean? I mean, it's stupid. They're stupid. They're just stupid ass people. Honest to God.
You threw in two things there. I just want to kind of go back and just make sure everybody's on the same page. So there was the Democrats paid a group of consultants. I don't even know who did this, but they paid a group of consultants $10 million to try to come up with why they lost the election in 2024. Trump, being Trump, said, hey, I would have told them for free why they lost the election in 2024. They just wasted $10 million.
Right.
And you know, that kind of just goes to the whole, what we're talking about here. But then now Governor Newsom, who is not yet declared he's running for president, which is just a scary thing to think. He's saying that Chevron is a bunch of crooks and that the people in California should not go to Chevron to get their fuel. And Chevron's fighting back. They're fighting back against it, saying, hey, we've had enough. This is enough. It's not, the high prices aren't because of us. They're because of the gas taxes and what's going on in the state of California. Period.
I think what happened, Dave, just a personal opinion, is that Chevron did not kowtow to Gavin Newsom. That's what happened. So Gavin Newsom forced them out of California, right? Cost them a lot of money, and then tried to double down to make Chevron give him what he asked for originally, whatever that was. And I don't know this for sure, but it seems like that to me. It really does, because if Chevron moves and then you attack them, why would you attack them? They're a billion trillion. I mean, they got to be $1 trillion company.
Yeah, they're close if they're not. So.
I mean, they're all the way around the world. I mean, in my opinion, they're the best known gas station worldwide. I mean, we've seen commercials since we were kids.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's what I think happened. I think they didn't kowtow. And I know Phillips 66 didn't kowtow. None of these gas companies, look, you don't lose as a company. You don't lose $1 billion or more out of spite.
Right.
Okay. You do it because it makes sense.
It's the right business move.
It's the right business move. That's why there's nothing personal. There's nothing personal about it. It's a business move. And when you make a business move to lose $1 billion, you have shareholders. You have some explaining to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they obviously could explain it and understand it. And you know what I mean? It just is what it is. And for him to do this, it's just a nail in his coffin. You know, I mean, just like Obama sold guns, Gavin Newsom's going to sell more Chevron gas in the history of the world.
Well, what's happening though is kind of amazing to watch, because these corporations now are saying enough. These billionaires are saying enough. You know, Jeff Bezos, Griffey in New York, Elon Musk, all these, they're saying enough. The problems are not because there's billionaires. The problems are not because there's large companies. The problems are because there's fraud and there's taxes and there's misrepresentation and all of this stuff. And so it's not just the common man. By that, I mean the person making middle class money. It's
Even
not
the
just
low
them
class.
complaining anymore. It's these ultra big companies and these ultra wealthy individuals that are saying, you guys are just lying and we're not going to take it anymore.
Correct.
It's huge.
You know, it is huge.
It's huge.
And they need to continue to do that and stand up. And this is the thing. People like Chevron, Phillips 66, these big gas companies, come out, please. Just come out and start hammering down.
Yeah.
You know what? We are you. We are the people.
Right.
Just because you're an American with $1 billion doesn't make you, the American with $1 billion, better than me. But what it does, it gives you more power to protect me. It gives you more power as a patriot of the United States of America to protect the little guy. Okay. Come out and say, look, this is just wrong on its face. You know, you got these people out here, the United States, you know, just regular patriots, everyday patriots. We're just trying to get by every day. If you've got $1 billion in the bank, just help us out. I'm not saying give us money. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is help prove what Elon Musk is trying to prove.
Yeah.
That we have so much money that is being gone that literally, and this is, and I'm going to go kind of out on a limb, but not really. I believe that there is enough money in fraud and abuse to take every homeless person in the country and put them in some type of facility or home or something.
You're not going out on a limb at all there. I mean, it's because the dollars are just crazy. This isn't the latest one, but this is just another example that's being talked about right now. So Gavin Newsom did this potentially great thing, and he's like, we're going to help all these kids get hearing aids. So we're going to put $24 million into this program for kids to get hearing aids.
It is a great thing. Every Republican voted for that. Just to let you know, the two that we have in the biggest state in the country, the biggest, two of them, we only have two, but they voted for it.
Well, they've given 384 pairs of hearing aids to kids that need them. 384.
Right.
They put $24 million into this program, 384. Now, I don't think that each pair of hearing aids costs $72,000 a piece, or
right.
cost $72,000. But if they only serve 384 kids, that's how much it is. $72,000 for each pair of hearing aids.
Right.
What's going on, Christian?
I think it's $72,000 per hearing aid.
Whatever.
So it's 140. No, I'm just saying.
It's huge.
What it is, you know, we were talking about this last night. What it is, Dave, is that it's like these nonprofits, right? They take in $100 million and they got 95% overhead and 5% go to the people that need it. And that's exactly what's happening. We put $24 billion into a program that is a necessity. Yeah. It is a necessity. These children need hearing aids.
Absolutely.
Okay. They 100% hands down. Hey, give them all hearing aids. And for $24 million, you should have been able to do it. It shouldn't have been that hard. They know they're deaf, or their parents know they're deaf. It's already been proven. This has already gone through live. They already know. They're probably on Social Security. They're probably in special schools, which they deserve all of this.
Yep.
All of it. How hard is this? I mean, honest to God, it cost you 24 minutes. I'll tell you what, I'll make you this deal. You give me 5,000 pairs of hearing aids within 30 days. I will get rid of every single pair of those hearing aids to a child that needs them. And I know none.
Exactly.
Okay. I know none. It would literally take 5 seconds. I would just have to call. It would not be hard. It doesn't cost $24 million to set up a program for that to happen. I'm sorry. Yep. So what happens is basically now you've set up a program where you've got these kids that are deaf, that don't have any money, and their parents are telling them, hey, Gavin Newsom's got this program. We're going to finally get you some hearing aids. You're going to be able to finally hear. You're going to be able to go to school. You're going to be able to play in the park. You're going to be able to do all of these things. And then it never comes.
Yep.
It's like waiting for Santa on Christmas and you get no gifts. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm being
It's
honest.
real.
Like it's real. I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just like, come on, people. At what point do we just sit back and think to ourselves, what in the is going on? What is really going on? We have this money. We're paying for these programs. We have great programs. We have great mental health programs in the state of California. You can't get to them though, because they control the world. You can't get to that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball of wax. But you know, if people had to fight to get help the way I had to fight to get help, this is why there are so many people that are on the streets and homeless.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the God's honest truth. This is what I'm saying, is that it was a fight for me to get the help that I needed and that I deserved, that I paid for. And it was a fight beyond epic proportions. And I'm going to tell you what, the common person could not have pulled this off. I was only able to pull it off because of God and the work that I put in. And it was a lot. It was a lot. But I'm finally going to get some help, I believe. And this is the problem. The money is there for these programs. The money is there for these people, and the people need help. And we just keep throwing money away because people like Nancy Pelosi need $300 million.
Yeah.
Okay. People like Ishtan Ilmar, she needs 30 million. Jeffries needs 30 million. You've got all these people that need this money to their head. Why? What are you going to do with 30 million? I mean, hey, it would be fun. Don't get me wrong. It'd be a good time. Okay. But you can never spend $30 million. I mean, unless you bought big building. I mean, unless you bought stuff to make more money. You know what I mean? Brewster's Millions was a great show. Brewster's Millions was a great movie. That was a great movie. But yeah,
we're old.
We are old. We are old. But that's okay. Hey, you know what? We're old enough to see when greatness was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you know, something does need to be done. And hopefully we're waking up, Dave. Honest to God.
I think we are. I think that's why we're going through these growing pains as a nation right now. And I think, again, I'm the eternal optimist, but I think we're going to get there. So, hey, did you watch Stephen Colbert's last show?
No. No. Well, the funny thing is they said that on Fox News the other day. Like, yeah, Stephen Colbert had his last show. And I'm like, he's still on the air?
Yeah.
I thought they took him off a year ago. Hey, so they gave him a year? Yeah, we're going to fire you in a year. What do you mean you're going to fire you in a year? Like, I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know?
Well,
I think that what they were trying to do
is
they
had to pay him his money. They had to pay him his money no matter what. So
right. And I think that what they tried to do is they tried to create who's that other jackass that got thrown off the air, and then
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, same thing. I think they tried to create that. Hey, this is the deal. Colbert is so unpopular that he couldn't even get it done in a year. He couldn't get enough support in an entire year to keep him on the show. And look, you got all these stars and all these people that came on your show. And for your last show, you know, Ellen was there singing Born in the USA. And you know, so the amount of wealth that was there for his last show.
Oh my.
They could have supported the show.
Right.
If it was that important, hey, why didn't you pay his salary so CBS didn't have to? You know what? Why didn't you? You know, oh yeah, the show was only losing $40 million a year. You know, I mean, yeah.
And he was making 20 million of that. That was his paycheck.
Right. And the 9 people that watched him, they just weren't worth it.
They just weren't worth anymore.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, you know, I want to talk about real quick. I went with my girlfriend, my wife, whatever. But anyway, we went to Santa Cruz on Tuesday. And if you're not from California, Santa Cruz and the Bay Area is a Democratic stronghold for the most part. It's like behind enemy lines for conservative people. And not like we're under threat or anything, but it just, it's so I went there and I was wearing my hat, and I was there for a couple days, and the overwhelming amount of just absolutely really nice people was unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. It actually took me back. I was, Amanda and I were talking, and I was just like, and she's like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, they are so unbelievably nice, warm people. I enjoyed being there. I'm going to go back. The guy that owned the hotel, really good guy, Indian guy, really clean. Cheap hotels. I don't like expensive hotels. I think it's stupid. You're just sleeping there as long as it's clean. And it just goes to show that what we see online and what we see in TV is not an accurate representation
That's right.
of the people that are actually out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I looked up a statistic the other day, and this is the deal. I think 197 million or 150 million people voted in the last election total on both sides, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Less than 1 million people total protested over the last year. Okay, so that means that you take all the protests and all the protesters, you put them all together, there was less than 1 million people that were protesting. And I know that 1 million seems like a big number, but it's not, especially when you're talking about fraud and the amount of people who voted in the state, in the country. But it's not an accurate representation of the people and the Democratic Party.
Right.
And it's not. And so as conservatives, we are not getting the right information due to the Democratic propaganda that these people are the way they are. We see them as differently. And that's the divide and conquer. And that's what the Democrats have done. I went there, I wore my hat. I obviously am a conservative Christian. Okay. It's my name. And they were so nice to me. I mean, it was, and it wasn't what I expected to at least get one asshole to walk by and, smart off or say something stupid, but I didn't, man. It was warm. I got it. I'm not going to lie to you. It struck me. It really touched my heart. I'm not, no bullshit. It was craziness. It really was.
When you just get down to it, the average Republican, the average Democrat, we're not that different.
No,
we really aren't. I mean, we want good things for our families. We want good things for our country. We want good things for our friends. The things that are important, we feel the same way about. There's just some different ideologies, and if we could just come together on those, there's just no reason why we can't just keep making this country the greatest that ever was. And
I agree. And when you disagree on basic ideology, that's okay. You're allowed to disagree with it. Like for instance, with abortion, and I'm not going to go into that, how I feel, whatever. That doesn't matter. What I do know is that Roe versus Wade was illegal because it told the entire country what they had to believe in and what they had to support. That's why Roe v. Wade was illegal. What people do, Reagan said it best, you vote with your feet. So if you live in an area where the government believes that said thing should be legal and they have a vote and said thing is legal, that's their representation within a free society of voting. All right. They voted those laws in. That's what they believe in that area. Therefore, if you don't like it, vote against it. And if you still don't like it, leave.
Right.
Because you have no reason on either side to tell anybody what they can and can't do.
That's right.
As a group, you vote. If one state votes against it, guess what? It's illegal in that state. If one state votes for it, guess what? It's legal in that state. You can't change it. And the reason why Roe versus Wade was such a big deal was because it was a blanket federal law that forced religious beliefs to go against their own personal religious beliefs, no matter what. And that's why it was wrong. And that's why it was removed. And that's why it was overturned, but it was never replaced. And that's what I used to talk to my daughter about. Like, look, Trump's not going to do that, because the whole reason behind getting it thrown out was because it was illegal in the first place. So he can't come in and say, okay, here it is. That's illegal too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, it just is what it is, you know, and I had a really good week, getting out in public and seeing people and just not necessarily talking to them, but just seeing them, and understanding them. It was just a really good experience, and it gave me a lot of hope, and not a red versus blue hope, but
just hope,
just hope in general. You know, I mean, as long as we allow the media to continue to divide us, Dave, and continue to tell us how certain people are and dictate how we treat certain people because of the way they are, it's almost, and I use the word racist because it's the only way I can define it. If you're only taught and told certain things about certain people, and that they react a certain way, you treat said person differently and beneath you, right? That's what racism is, obviously. But that's what the media is doing to both groups, per se. I mean, not as much on the conservative side. They do that on their own. We don't, we don't need the media to show us that. But on the Democratic side, they push all these fake ideologies and they tell you how I think. And that's not fair, in my opinion. So we'll wrap this thing up. It's been 45 minutes. I thank you guys very much.
Good show.
Yeah, I agree. And thank you guys. I know we're having a lot of problems. I still can't share anything. I can't do anything. People ask me questions at Gen X Unhinged all the time in the group. I can't respond because I'm not me. I can't respond. I can't share. I really can't do anything but post this video and an occasional post every now and then. My messenger works sometimes. So yeah, it's a lot, and I really am leaning on the admins and the moderators in that group right now. Thank you guys so much. I mean, I honest to God, the group would fall apart, and I don't want that. I can't let Facebook win. I'm sorry, I can't. You know what I mean? I mean, please don't let them win. We've built that on good values, and we have a lot of fun in there. I just want to say that to them and to Steve and to everybody that's part of the Gen X team, thank you guys, man. We couldn't do it without you. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate you.
I echo that. We appreciate it all.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. We hope you have a great week. God bless you. God bless America.
We are out.
We're out.
God bless America.
No matter how much you complain, whine, and cry, they're all getting deported. And while you're at it, take this with you, whiner.
Gen X Unhinged. Get your bling now. Looking for quality, performance, and reliability? Look no further than CDP Firearms, LLC. Whether it's customized AR-15 parts, premium optics, or specialized ammunition, we have the gear to upgrade your shooting experience. We pride ourselves on providing top-notch products with expert-friendly service that you can trust. Visit us online at cdpfirearmsllc.com. CDP Firearms. Gen X Unhinged is sponsored by cdpfirearmsllc.com. Gen X Unhinged is a weekly podcast hosted by Christian Cole and David Cole. Join us online at genxunhinged.com, on Facebook at Gen X Unhinged Group, or download on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Podcast.